Hello everyone, welcome to English Like a Native. My name is Anna. Hopefully we are live, and today we're going to be talking all about love. That subject that most of us are familiar with, but perhaps we don't know all the vocabulary and phrases that go along with the subject of love when we're talking about it in English. Now it seems my chat is disconnected. They're trying to reconnect my chat. So hopefully you guys will be able to say hello to me in just a moment. Hello everyone. So if you are here, then try to say hello to me. I haven't had a problem with the chat before, but I do want to be able to speak to you. So it's important that the chat is working. Interesting. Let me try to watch this on a different page and see if I can see the.
You need a website.
See if I can see the comments coming through. Oh, there we go. I can see you now. Fabulous. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hello in, where are we? We're in Valencia. Hello. Oh, I'm so pleased I can see you. Hello, bonjour in France. Hello in Korea. Hello in Algeria. Oh, thank you so much. Some of you are saying I look gorgeous. Thank you so much. I did make a real effort today to make sure I look presentable for you. Hello in Hong Kong. Hello in Ukraine. Hello in Brazil. More in Algeria. Hello in Slovakia, Vietnam, in Somerset in the UK. Fabulous. It's very cold today, isn't it? Very cold here in the UK. Hello Indonesia, Italy, Norway, fabulous. Morocco, goodness me, a real international mix of people today. Lovely. In Egypt, hello. Well, it's lovely to have you all here. So, I'm sorry that I didn't come here live yesterday. What I did yesterday was slightly different. I did a live session on Instagram, which is very interesting. The videos on Instagram do not save after you've done your live chat. So I did a very informal, personal Q&A where we didn't teach anything, we just had a bit of chit chat. And anyone watching was able to just ask me any questions, and I was open to answering any questions put to me. So I might do some more of those. So if you want to get involved in those Instagram informal live chats, then you have to come and follow me on Instagram, and the follow ID, whatever you call it, is British English Pro, Pro, British English Pro. So do come and join me there. Why should you join me? Well, because I do the live sessions there on occasion, and because every day I'm putting up there a pronunciation lesson every single day, nearly every day. But if you want to improve your English speaking and you want to work on your accent, then that's the place to be. Plus, there are lots of wonderful English teachers on Instagram. I follow many of them and they are very good. I really enjoy looking through my feed on Instagram, and I think it would be very helpful for you as students to have many English teachers that you follow on Instagram, including me. Come and follow me. Then we can be one big happy family. I'm sorry if you're not comfortable with Instagram. Maybe it'll just take you some time to get used to it. But it's very good. It took me a little bit of time to get used to it. I didn't like it at first, but after a while, I really enjoyed it. And now I'm on it every day. Obviously, I use it for work, but personally, I love it as well on my personal account. Okay, so today we're talking about love. So, do you have a love in your life? And notice I said love. So I'm making love a noun. I could say that my boyfriend or my husband is the love of my life. This is a phrase that you may hear. Someone may be the love of your life. I hope the picture quality is okay. I tried to make sure I was streaming in a higher resolution. Is that the word? In 480. So, do you have someone in your life that you would consider the love of your life? The love of your life. Sometimes, if a relationship in the past has now broken down and you have, maybe you're single or you're on your own, maybe you're on your own or you're with someone new, you may still talk about that person in the past saying, he was the love of my life. So it's usually referring to the one person in your life that you loved more than anyone. So the strongest relationship you ever had was the love. He or she was the love of my life. The love of your life. So some of you are saying, I broke up last year. I broke up with the love of my life last year, this month. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think the love of my life could be my mother. Well, of course, we all love our mothers. I think that goes without saying. But you wouldn't call your mother the love of your life. The love of your life is usually someone romantic. But, you can say what you like. Louis says, my wife is the love of my life. Perfect. My lovely dogs are, because it's two, or maybe more, but plural, the love. My dogs are the love of my life. The loves of my life. The love of my life is my husband. Samantha Fox was the love of my life back in my day. Okay. Fabulous. So let's look at this word, love. The reason I want to look at this specifically is because this is one word I correct all the time when it comes to people's pronunciation. Because of the way it's spelt, sometimes people say lo, love, love, or they say love because of the o. So they say love or love. But it's actually closer to an a sound. So we want la, la. So very forward placed short vowel, Just like when you're saying up, above, love, up, above, love. So think of a very forward placed sound, love, love. Okay? And don't stick the tongue out either. Sometimes people go, love, but we don't want the tongue out. The tongue's inside, la, la, v, and then this V. Bottom lip, top teeth, love, love. Okay, I think the love of your life is your cup of tea. Yes, and today I have English breakfast tea. I have it just tea with hot water, of course, and milk. A dash of skimmed milk, and that's all, no sugar, because I'm sweet enough. I use that line a lot. So yes, tea is the love of my life. And one of you said, if I had a cup like yours, I would learn English faster. I would learn English faster. That was 34 Scrooge who said that. You can have a cup like mine. In fact, I think, because so many people say this, I think I might have put a link to a similar cup that I found on Amazon. So I couldn't find this exact one, but there's one very similar. I put a link to it in the description of this video. So if you want a cup similar to mine, then check it out on Amazon. I might have to get a few more. I do love this mug. but it means I have to wash it up every single day. Okay. So other words for love, we could say fond. So fond is very similar, just not as intense. So if you care about somebody, you care about someone, but not as much as full love, then you could say, I'm fond of you. I like you very much. I am fond of you. So, fond of. Fond of. I'm fond of him. I'm fond of her. They are fond of each other. When I was at school, I was fond of the boy in my class. When I was at college, I was very fond of my teacher. So if you like someone very much, then you could say, I'm fond of whoever it is. Safana says, I'm fond of you. Thank you. Can you say a bunch of love? No, not really. That doesn't make sense. But thanks for asking. Yes, so be fond of. David, you've said, I fond of my cactus. I am fond. I am. So we have to have that verb in there. I am fond of. He was fond of. He is now. He is fond of. They were fond of last year. They were fond of each other last year. Okay, so I am fond of. Gemma, I am fond of your teaching. Is it right? Yes, it is. Well done. I am fond of your teaching. I am fond of many girls. Fine. I am fond of your reddish style. Great. I'm glad you like my red style. Red is my favourite colour. Rakib, I'm fond of my girlfriend. Good. I'm fond of the pizza guy. He does it work very well. He does his work very well. Good. I'm fond of your sweet face. Oh, it's very nice. I'm fond of English. Good. There's a girl in my area that I am fond of. Perfect. Very good, Vincent. Okay, so another word we could use is the word adore. We use this in pretty much the same way as we use the word love. I adore. So you'd say, I adore you. He adores me. I adore lasagna. I adore tea. He adores her. She adores him. They adore each other. I adored him last year. I adored Peter yesterday, but I adore Jacob today. Okay? Shin or shine. Can I say I've been fond of? So I have been fond of. Yes. If you're talking about previously in the past, I have been fond of. That's right. So I have been fond of. I have been fond of peppermint tea over the past years, but now I only like raspberry tea. Okay, so adore. Man or man hotel. It is adore is very similar to saying adore. So the pronunciation is exactly the same as adore. I open a door. I adore. I adore a good door. Good. Okay. So another word that you could associate as being similar to a certain type of love is the word lust. Now, lust isn't quite the same as love. Lust is more to do with that physical desire for someone. So if you physically find someone attractive, if you get a physical reaction when you see someone, you feel desire for them, maybe it's a sexual love, then you feel lust. You feel lust. And lust can be seen as a bad thing because it's because it makes people behave in a way that they don't think about. So lust is a very primal instinct. Lust is feeling something really strong and maybe not thinking about it. So lust is associated with people having affairs, extramarital affairs. It's not always a bad thing, but that word is associated normally with making immoral decisions. But some people will say that you can mistake love for lust. So if you say, I've met this girl and I absolutely love her. I love her. That's it. I love her. I've only met her once, but I love her. Your friends might say, is it love or is it lust? Do you actually love her in your heart, or do you just fancy her a lot? Do you just find her so attractive that she makes your heart race, that she makes you feel warm and excited? So is it love or is it lust? Some people get these things confused. And if we use lust in a sentence, you would say, I lust after. So I would say, I love him, but I would say, I lust after him. Let me write this down for you. She'd say, I love him, but I lust after. It's lust after is like to chase after, to run after. You lust after, like you're trying to chase them. You lust after him or her. Or them. So, I love him, but if you use lust, you say, I lust after him or her, depending who's talking and who you're talking about. Can you please explain the word fancy? So to fancy is to like someone very much in a romantic way. So if you think someone is very attractive and you like them in a romantic way, then you fancy them. Just the same way that I could say, I fancy a cup of tea. I desire a cup of tea. I really fancy a cup of tea. And I can say, I really fancy a person. I really desire that person. So I fancy Leonardo DiCaprio because he's very handsome and amazing at acting. I desire Leonardo DiCaprio. If he came into my kitchen right now, I would be embarrassed and shy because I fancy him so much, because I desire him so much. Make sense? Okay, Amal has asked, can I explain X's and O's? Yes, I can. And I'll tell you, I also used to be confused by this. So of course, an X represents a kiss. And people used to put kisses at the end of a message or on a card to a loved one in a love letter. Just kisses. Now people do this. I may be wrong, but I asked someone, what does this mean? And someone said to me, it means hugs and kisses. So hugs and kisses. So to embrace someone, to hug someone, and to give them a kiss. So hugs and kisses. A note on that. Kisses on the ends of messages should only be used in an informal situation. So never put kisses on the end of a message to someone in a business scenario or to the shop that you've bought something from and you're talking to the customer service representative and you're having a little bit of conversation back and forth via email. Don't put kisses on your messages. Even if they're very friendly and they're very helpful, don't use kisses. A lot of my students will put kisses in emails to me, and I know that we're all very friendly, but it's not really the appropriate scenario for kisses. Kisses are for your friends and for your love interest. That makes sense? Derek says, I accidentally text my boss a kiss. They've been together, working together for 20 years now. I've done it sometimes where I've put kisses on the message to like a teacher or an employee or a boss, and it's so embarrassing when you do it. You're like, I'm so sorry. It was completely automatic. I didn't think about it. A couple of you have asked about agape love. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Greek. The Greeks break down love into like 8 different types of love. I have read about it in an article, but in general British culture, we don't know commonly about these different types of Greek love. I know that is one of them, agape. Agape? I'm not sure how to pronounce it either. So I can't explain it to you because it's been a long time since I read that article, I'm afraid. All right, let's move forward. There's some great questions coming through, but I've got lots to get through today, and I have to keep this lesson reasonably short because I do have to teach later on this evening as well. Okay, so we have those different words for love. Now, there is other kinds of love besides romantic love. The first one that comes to mind, the first one I think of, the first one that comes to mind is parental love. Parental love. So the love that is felt by parents towards their children, or by someone who acts like a parent. So, you know, it might be maybe I've adopted a child, or maybe my housemate has a child and I am with that child every day for a very long time. I might love that child. I'm not the child's parent. I'm not the child's mother, but I may feel a certain amount of parental love towards that child because I've behaved like a parent. So there's a certain amount of parental love. Within parental love, you have fatherly love, and motherly. Fatherly and motherly love. These can also be referred to as paternal and maternal. So paternal and maternal. You may hear people talking about their maternal instincts. Maternal instincts. So if a mother feels that their child is really ill, she takes the child to the doctor. The doctor says, no, your child is healthy. The mother takes the child home, but is still convinced that the child is very unwell. That mother's maternal instincts are telling her something is wrong. So a maternal instinct is a sense, a mother's sense. We always have the saying, mother knows best. Mother knows best, because mother has maternal instincts. And paternal refers to anything to do with the father. Paternal. Paternal. Okay, so fatherly, motherly. Fatherly, motherly. Parental, paternal, maternal. Okay, let's have a look. What's going on in the chat over here? My mother was an English teacher. She died very early. I felt her paternal love. Oh, Julia, I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm a babysitter and I have paternal love for my kids. Yes, Yuya, I understand that completely. I used to teach lots of very young children for about 4 years, and I became very attached to those children. I cared about their well-being. I miss them. Even now, I miss them. What's the weather like in London today? Cold, and at the moment it's raining. It's horrible. It feels like winter again. Can you use paternal love for pets? Yes, I would say so. When I had cats, I don't anymore. Unfortunately, they died, which made me very sad. But when I had cats, I had them as kittens, and I felt like I was their mother. And I regularly said, I have this maternal love for my kittens. I feel like a mother. I love them. I feel scared for them when they don't come home. I cried so much when they died. I had a maternal love for my kittens, even though they were animals. Yes, Krishna, paternity tests. A paternity test comes from the word paternal. A paternity test is a test to decipher who the father is. Tell me the correct word for a person who has no love, cares for anyone, even from God. I guess they are lonely, loveless, someone who has no love in their life. It's very sad. I think everyone needs a little love in their life. Okay, so we have motherly, fatherly love. We also have brotherly love and sisterly love. A brotherly love and a sisterly love. Okay. So we've talked about parental love. We've also touched on romantic love. But just to make you fully aware, romantic love is when you feel an emotion. When someone walks in the room that you love, when someone that you have romantic love for walks in, your heart beats faster. Maybe you get butterflies in your tummy or butterflies in your stomach. That means that turning motion in your tummy where you feel maybe a little bit sick almost. You're like, oh, because they make you feel so excited, so full of desire, and passionate. Someone who makes you feel passionate. This is romantic love. Then you have true love. True love. So I might say someone is my true love. He is my true love. Leonardo DiCaprio is my true love. But then I looked into what the actual difference is between romantic love and true love, because to most people it's the same thing, but true love is something much stronger. True love is the person that you are willing to commit to for the rest of your life. True love is someone that you make sacrifices for. If you love them so much, you are willing to compromise. Let's write this word down. So we've got true love is about compromise. Compromise. So compromise is adjusting to someone else or to a situation, like giving something up because it's fair for them or to make room for your relationship. So it's about compromise, compromise, not compromise, because it's spelt like promise. It's compromise, compromise. True love is also about commitment. So willing to be with that person and that person only for the rest of your life. It's about partnership, about that person being your best friend, that person being in a team with you. You work together in a partnership. So true love, compromise, commitment, partnership. I'd like to know what your favorite love movie is. What is your favorite love movie? Maybe you can recommend it to us. My favorite movie about love is a musical movie called Moulin Rouge. Moulin Rouge. And it has Ewan McGregor as the main character. And, I've forgotten her name. Who was the lady that was married to Tom Cruise? Originally Australian, has an American accent now. What's her name? What is her name? She plays Satine. Anyone know? Nicole Kidman. Thank you, Krishna. Nicole Kidman. So we have Moulin Rouge. I think it's spelled like that. Is it spelled like that? No. Tell you, my spelling is dreadful. Rouge, like this. Moulin Rouge. It's an incredible film. If you love, then you'll enjoy it. If you like musicals, you'll definitely enjoy it. And they have a quote. The one thing they say over and over again is, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. So the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. I think it's beautiful. In fact, I don't have a tattoo, but if I had a tattoo, I would have that quote tattooed on my body because I love it so much. Some of you are suggesting Love Actually. Yes, love that film too. I've seen that film maybe 7 times, 8 times. Yes, wonderful. Wonderful film. Good fun. Now, some of you have already mentioned, but there's one more type of love we need to talk about, and that is platonic love. Platonic love. Platonic love is a love that you feel for someone like a friend, someone that you don't want to be involved with physically, someone that you care about a lot, but you don't desire them. So a platonic love, like your best friend. I love my best friend, but I don't want to share a bed with my best friend. I don't want to marry my best friend. I love them. I love them being in my life, but it's just friends, platonic. There are no feelings like desire, lust, passion, nothing like that. Just you care about them as a person. It's platonic love. Derek says catatonic love. I don't know anything about catatonic love. But I do like that word though, catatonic. So it's platonic with a P. All right, so that's the different types of love. Let's move on to, of course, the affirmation. If you love someone, then in English, you say to them, I love you. Diphthong, I love you. I love you. If you're talking about someone loving you in return, you say he loves, with a Z, it's a voiced S. He loves me. He loves me. She loves him. They love, no S, they love each other. They love each other. Now there is a difference between loving someone and being in love. Oh, so let me write this down. To love and to be. To be in love with. No, just to be in love. So I'm talking to myself. So you can love someone. So to love someone, or to be in love. So if you'd say I love you. I am in love with you. Too small. So I love you. I love him. He loves her. I am in love with you. I am in love with him. She is in love with him. They are in love with each other. So in love with is the main part. So you always keep this. And the difference is, love is a long-term feeling, something that you feel, that you know, that you've decided on and committed to. You love them. To be in love is that passion. When you first meet the love of your life, when you first meet them, it's exciting. Your heart races, you feel desire, maybe you feel lust, but you have all that emotion, that excitement, and that is the feeling of being in love. I am in love. You may be married for 10 years and say, I love my husband. We are in love with each other because every time, even after 10 years, every time we come together and see each other, my heart skips, we smile, we giggle, we get excited. We are in love. Some couples are married for 10 years. In the beginning, they were in love, which is why they got married. But after 10 years, although they still care about each other as friends, they are no longer in love. They have fallen out of love. They have fallen out of love. So you fall in and out of love. So to fall in and out of love. So I always fall in love. I always fall in love too quick. And I fall in love, I fall out of love just as quick. Or he has fell in love with her. He is always falling in and out of love with women. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if I explained that very well. Anna is like food, we can't hate it. Okay, cool, cool. Glad to be described like food. I love food. I am in love with life. Is that correct? Yes, it is, Miguel. I'm in love with life too. You have to love life. To fall out of love. That's right, Jelly. Oh, Vincent said she fell out of love with me, so I had to move out of the house. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Vincent. Yes, I have been in and out of love on a few occasions myself. So when we're falling in love, we may sometimes say to fall head over heels. To fall head over heels. Head over heels in love with. So last year, I fell head over heels in love with him. She fell head over heels in love with Derek. Yeah, to fall head over heels. You could just say she's head over heels. You can lose the word fall and say she's head over heels. So lose those words and say I am head over heels. I'm head over heels. Another word is smitten. I've only just thought of that. I'm head over heels. I'm smitten. I'm in love. These are all ways of saying I've met someone who I care about greatly, who I'm very excited about. David, do you believe in love at first sight? So love at first sight is when you fall in love with someone instantly. When you see someone and go, I love them. Do I believe in it? No. I mean, if you consider lust to be romantic love, and if lust is romantic love, then yes, because I think you can lust someone at first sight. You can see someone and go, wow, you are stunning. You are beautiful. I desire you. I love you. But I don't think that you can really love a person until you know them. So I don't think you can truly love someone at first sight. Okay. So if you meet someone, you fall in love with them, and you decide to tell them that you love them, then what you are doing is declaring your love. You're declaring your love. So you're like, hang on everyone, I'm about to declare my love. I love you. So to declare your love. This is the phrase that we use when talking about telling someone how we feel. He declared his love for me last night. So exciting. So Krishna is saying crush and infatuation are words that we can use to describe love at first sight. Yes. So to have a crush, to fancy, or to be infatuated are good words. These are good words to describe desiring someone when we first meet them. Love at first sight. Okay. Your hair is long and cream. No, you don't describe someone's hair as cream. You can say someone's hair is long, but not cream. If they've got light coloured hair, it would be blonde. Jamalovic is declaring his love for me. Thank you so much. I take your love. Thank you. Falling in love happens first. To be in love is a state of being. Yeah, good. I go with that. So if you are with someone, if you are on your own, you are single. 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 I am single. A lot of people ask me the question, are you married? But the best thing to say is, are you single? Because in the UK, there are lots of people who are with someone who are not married. So just because someone isn't married does not mean they're available. So in a lot of cases, people are not available even though they're not married. So asking them if they're married because you want to know if they're available is not the right question. So you'd say, are you single? And that's what most people say. Are you single? If you are then with someone, you'd say no. Sorry, I've got dirty hands because of the ink on the board. And you say, no, I'm with someone. I'm with someone. Or I really like your friend. Or he's with someone. You can't go there. He's with someone. So we use that phrase, to be with someone. To be in a relationship is another way you can say it. I am in a relationship. He is in a relationship. They are in a relationship together. Vincent, are you single? Yes, that's the correct way to ask. Aggie says, I am seeing someone. Yes, you can say that too. I'm with someone. I'm seeing someone. I'm in a relationship. I'm with someone. I'm seeing someone. I'm in a relationship. Oh no, I'm single. My ex-girlfriend broke my heart, so I don't feel love anymore. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. To be with someone. Can we say, are you celibate? No, that's a very personal question. So celibacy is a choice not to have sex. So unless it's really important that you know that, I wouldn't ask someone, are you celibate? It's like saying, are you a virgin? It's very, very personal. So be careful with that one. While we're on the subject of love, and you're all here with me today, then I'm going to ask you for an affirmation of your love. I'm going to ask you to confirm your love by making sure that you've clicked the thumb up button on this video. So if you are enjoying being here with me today, then click the thumb up. Show me the love. Give it to me. Give me the thumb. Okay, so if you are married to someone, of course you would say, I am married. We are married. We are in a marriage. We've been married for 10 years. A love thumb on the way. Thank you very much. You've got to love a thumb. Show me the thumb. It reminds me of that film with Tom Cruise. Is it Jerry Maguire? He goes, show me the money. Show me the money. And I'm saying, show me the thumb. All I just need some thumbs. So if your marriage breaks down, everyone's giving me thumbs now. If your marriage breaks down and you decide to go into different living situations, move house, so you're separated, then you'd say, I'm separated. Are you married? No, I'm separated. This is what we say when our marriage has broken down, but we haven't yet got a divorce. So we are not officially divorced, but we are not in a relationship anymore with our partners that we're married to. So we're married, but we're not in a relationship. So we're separated. Okay? And then, of course, if you're officially divorced, you'd say, I'm divorced. I am divorced. I'm not divorced. I've never been married. My Scottish wife left me. I want to divorce her, but I can't find her. Oh no. That's a strange situation, isn't it? Your Scottish wife has left you. You want to divorce, but you can't find her. What do? There must be something you can do. I mean, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you find her. Right. Okay, let's move on. So let's talk about something different now. Let's talk about terms of endearment. Terms of endearment. So a term of endearment is something that you say to the person you love, like a name that you give a person that you care about. for example, I tend to call people, I call a lot of people sweetheart. So sometimes I'm teaching and I say, okay, sweetheart. It's a term of endearment. It's just me being friendly. I also say darling quite a lot. Are you okay, darling? I used to say it to my children when I was teaching the little ones, but what's the matter, darling? Come on in. What's wrong, sweetheart? Tell me what's wrong. Come and talk to me. So these are terms of endearment. So I use darling and sweetheart. Yes, Yuya has said like a pet name. It's like a pet name. So what terms of endearment do you use? What terms of endearment do you use for people that you care about? You can say dear, yes. I hate the word bae. I only recently found out what bae means. I was watching Ali from Papa Teach Me. I'm sure most of you are aware of him. He's got a fabulous YouTube channel, and actually I think me and him are going to be working together very soon on a video together. And I learned what bae actually means. It means before anyone else. So it means that you prioritize that person more than anyone else. So before anyone else, bae. Now I know what it means. I quite like it. When I didn't know what it meant, I thought it was just a really lazy way to say baby. Some of you are saying boo, honey, sugar. Hey, sugar. I call my close friend baby. I say babe for my friends. So, hey, babe. I say baby for a boyfriend, but babe for my friends. Sweetheart. I say young man to a lot of my friends as a term of endearment. Okay. Prof. Fam. Hey, fam. Fam is what people say to friends, I think, because I think it means like family. That's very slang, street term. Babe, kooky, bro, kitten, cutie pie, sunshine. I say sunshine, although sometimes sunshine, depending on the tone, can be sarcastic. All right, sunshine. It can be a little bit belittling, but everyone's different. Cherub, that's a nice one, cherub. Pumpkin. What else have I got here? I've got cupcake, and everything else has been mentioned, I think. Bro. Bro is only for friends. You wouldn't call your partner bro. Bab. Beb. So a coochie, homie. Yeah, a term of endearment can be something completely made up. It's just something that you use between you and your friend, or you and your partner. One of my friends calls me Anasita. Anasita. And no one else calls me that, just this one person. So, but that's nice. I like that. I remember guys told me sunshine and started explaining when I did something wrong. Can I say those names to anyone, even strangers? If an old lady falls over in the street and I run over to help her, I would say, "Are you all right, sweetheart? Darling, are you all right? Are you all right, darling?" So I would use certain terms of endearment, but I wouldn't use things like sexy, baby, cutie, anything that says that they look attractive, anything that represents the way they look, I wouldn't use on a stranger. So gorgeous, all right, gorgeous, all right, sexy, all right, cutie pie. I wouldn't use them for a stranger because it's not appropriate. Okay? Sometimes we can use these terms of endearment in a more negative way. So if people have been married for a long time, they might talk about their ball and chain, which you may remember from the is it in one of my other videos? Well, maybe not. But ball and chain, if someone refers to you as their ball and chain, then that means that you tie them down, that it's the person you're married to, that person restricts you and holds you back. They're my ball and chain, as if you've got a chain strapped to your ankle with a big heavy ball, like the old prisoners used to have. So on their foot, I'm so bad at drawing. So bad at drawing. On their foot, they would have this chain attached to a really heavy ball so that they couldn't run away even if they wanted to. Embarrassing myself in my drawing here. So this is a ball and chain. So if someone refers to you as their ball and chain and you're married to them, they're not being very nice. They're being unpleasant. Okay. A ball and chain. A nicer way to refer to your husband or wife is to say your other half, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. Boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, partner. You can refer to them as your other half. As if you're two people turned into one person, they are the other half of you. My other half. Some people say my better half, which is very nice to say about your partner. My better half. My other half, my better half. You could simply call them your partner. Unless you're married, then you'd say my husband or my wife. Okay? So that's that one. If you are held back, if your wife or husband is like your ball and chain, then you might say that you are under the thumb. To be under the thumb is literally like your partner having their thumb on your head to push you down, to hold you down. So this would be used if you invite me to a party and I say, I just have to check with my husband, hang on. Hello, babe, can I go to a party tonight? Oh, okay, all right, bye. I'm sorry, I can't go. My husband wants me to be home by 8 o'clock. I could be said to be under the thumb. My husband has his thumb on my head and I can't do anything without his permission. He keeps me under control. I've got ink on my head. I am under the thumb. So to be under the thumb. TH, silent B. Thumb. I'm under the thumb. He is under the thumb. Sometimes, referring to this, people say, you've got a big thumbprint on your head. And what they mean is, you are under the thumb. You have a thumbprint on your head. Kim Thomas says, can I say I am under my wife's thumb? Absolutely. Perfect. I'm under my wife's thumb. Valerie says, on a short leash. Very good. That's another one. I hadn't thought of that, but yes, you can say I'm on a short leash. My partner keeps me like a dog with a collar and a leash. Keeps me close. I can't do anything without their permission. Under the thumb, on a short leash. Alma, you wouldn't say I have be under the thumb. You'd say I am. I am under the thumb. I would never be under the thumb. No. Nobody controls me. I am my own leader. I used to be under her thumb, but not anymore. Good. Kim Thomas, you'd say I am on a short leash, not I am under. You'd be on the leash, under the thumb. On the leash, but under the thumb. We have this idiom in Slovakian, but it's translated to be under the slipper. Oh, interesting. under the slipper. Okay, so if you and your partner fall out, if you have an argument, then it could be called a lover's tiff. A lover's tiff. So if I come into work sulking one day, I look moody, I'm sad, I'm quiet, and you say to me, "What's wrong, Anna? Is everything okay? Is everything okay at home with your boyfriend?" Then I might say, "No, we've had a lover's tiff." I could just say we've had an argument, but sometimes I would say we've had a lover's tiff. Or if you see two people who are normally together all the time, suddenly they're not spending any time together, you'd say, "What's going on with them? Have they had a lover's tiff?" Just means lover's tiff, two people falling out. I'm not sure on the spelling, but I think it's spelt T-I-F-F. I may be wrong. Maybe someone can Google it for me now and just check. Lover's tiff. I think it's T-I-F-F. Like that. Tiff. Lover's tiff. But someone check it for me, because I'm not 100% to be honest. Some things you hear all the time and you never see it written, and then you realise, I don't know how to spell that. Okay. Also, if you fall out with your partner, or if you do something wrong, maybe you forget it's your anniversary, your wedding anniversary, you come home, you've completely forgotten, and your wife goes, "Right, fine, no, it's fine," and then sits at home all night and doesn't say a word, won't speak to you, ignores you. She is giving you the silent treatment. She is giving you, or giving somebody, the silent treatment. Giving somebody the silent treatment, or to give the silent treatment. So if I've come into work and my husband works there too, me and my husband work in the same office, and I'm being very quiet, and every time he tries to talk to me, I ignore him, then you say, "What's the matter, Anna? Is everything okay?" I say, "It's fine. I'm just giving him the silent treatment. He forgot my birthday, so he's getting the silent treatment. I'm giving him the silent treatment. That's what he's getting." How many years can the silent treatment last? It depends how stubborn the person is. If you're a very stubborn person, you could give silent treatment for a very long time. Okay, Krishna says, "You're right, I've Googled it. It is lover's tiff, spelt T-I-F-F. Thank you, Krishna. I'm an American that moved here 2 years ago. My British accent's better with you. Good, good. Or your British knowledge, I think is what you mean. Knowledge or accent, one or the other. Yes, basically, to give the silent treatment is to ignore somebody, to ignore them, to make them realise that you are cross with them, you are angry with them. Okay, let's move on. How long have we? Oh gosh, we've gone over an hour. Over an hour. I can't keep these sessions shorter than an hour. I find it very hard. But we are near the end. Do a Geordie accent. I'm not very good at Geordie. No, you're not. Well, that's a Geordie for you. I can't do it. It starts to sound Welsh and then all sorts of other accents. Don't make me do accents. I'm not prepared for that. Okay, so let's now move on to acts of love. How do we show love? What do we do to show someone that we love them? Well, we could be quite tactile. Tactile. I'm also not sure I know how to spell this properly, but let's check this. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how you spell it, tactile. If you're wondering, by the way, I am dyslexic, so if you're like, hang on a minute, she's English, why can't she spell? It's because I'm dyslexic. I have some problems with spelling, so just if you see a mistake, then just let me know. I won't be upset. We're all here to learn. So to be tactile is to be very touchy-feely, is another way we say it. Touchy-feely. Touchy-feely, to touch a lot. So someone who would put their hand on your shoulder, who will maybe touch your hair. If you love someone, maybe you'll touch the back of their neck or their waist. Maybe you'll put your hand on their thigh when you sit next to them. Maybe when you see them, you'll touch their cheek, or you'll hold their face in your hands. You are tactile, you touch a lot. Some people are naturally very tactile with everybody. I'm quite a tactile person. So are you a tactile person? So you can be tactile with the person you love. You can embrace them. You can hug them. You could give them a kiss or, yeah, I think that's about it. So to be tactile, to embrace, to hug, to kiss, to hold their hand. It's nice when someone holds your hand, isn't it? I like that. I like having my hand held. I like having my shoulders rubbed, actually. I always say a man really loves you if he's willing to give you a shoulder rub. If you just have to go, oh, my shoulders hurt, and they just rub your shoulders. That's a show of love, to give them a massage. M squared, I'm absolutely not tactile. That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with being tactile or not tactile. It's just the way people are. But sometimes if you love someone, a way to show them that you love them is to be tactile. What's the opposite of tactile? I don't know. To not be very touchy-feely. I would just say I'm not very tactile. But I can't think of a word that perfectly describes the opposite of tactile off the top of my head. Do you remember that from the other day? Off the top of my head means right this moment without checking. Off the top of my head, I don't know. M squared, I'm extremely tactile with my computer. My wife's jealous. Yes, I know that feeling. I am constantly engrossed in my computer. Zana, frigid. Frigid to be the opposite of tactile was something I had thought myself, but I think frigid it's slightly different. Frigid is more, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't feel right to be the opposite of tactile. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not perfect. It doesn't feel like a perfect fit. I want to ask you, what's the difference between an embrace and a hug? For me, they can be used exactly the same as each other, but for me, if I give someone a hug, it might be how I hug someone even if I don't like them very much. You know, say, oh, give me a hug. Okay, you can have an awkward hug, but an embrace is much more loving. An embrace is like, oh, come here, give me an embrace. I mean, you wouldn't say, give me an embrace, but that's an embrace to both of you commit to it. But a hug can be like an embrace, but a hug can also be awkward and cold and just robotic. Yeah, that's for me anyway. That's how I feel the differences. Okay, good night to those of you who are going to sleep because it's too late for you. A cuddle, an embrace for me is like, oh, like a squeeze. A cuddle is just a long hug. Like I think about lying on the sofa and cuddling while watching TV. So when you just lie in someone's embrace and you just stay there. So to cuddle for me is more of a long thing. Okay, let's carry on. Cuddle isn't for babies, not here. Anyway, I use cuddle all the time. Give me a cuddle. Can I have a cuddle? Do you want to cuddle? We were just cuddling. You do cuddle babies, of course, but in the UK we use cuddle frequently for everybody. Okay. So other things you could do to show someone you love them is to do things for them, some acts of service. So you might make them a cup of tea. Ta-da! You might make them their favorite meal. You might use words of affirmation. So maybe you're the kind of person who says a lot of nice things because you love them. So you might constantly compliment them. You look nice. Oh, you're so clever. I love the way that you handled that whole situation. It was really good to see you. I had a great time with you this evening. All these are words of affirmation. They are compliments. I love you so much. You make me feel so good about myself. Okay, so these are words of affirmation, compliments. You might, of course, give them gifts. So you might buy them chocolates, you might buy them flowers, you might buy them a gift card. I think on two of my live chats before, actually, one of you gave me a super chat on 2 occasions and said to me, I really love what you do. Go and buy yourself some coffee, and sent me a little bit of money so I could buy some coffee. And that was an act of love. That was an act of gift giving. And with that money, I went and bought a whiteboard and went and bought a box of coffee, so I could have coffee. So you can do things like that. You can also compromise. So for example, gentlemen, when you go to the bathroom and you use the toilet, if you really love the lady, then when you've finished in the bathroom, you'll put the toilet seat back down. That might be a compromise that you do in order to tell your partner that you care, that you love them. You compromise. Okay? Ali, so he loves you and you love coffee. Yes, I do love coffee. And yes, that was a student who loves me in a fond way and is fond of my lessons, if that makes sense. Lots of you give me lots of love, and I very much appreciate it. Okay, and the final way that I can think of that you can give someone love, to show your love, is to make sure you have quality time. So we have something called date night. So when you're with someone, you make sure that one day a week or one day a fortnight or one day a month, you have one night that is for you to go and do something together, so that you don't become complacent or stuck in a routine, because then it becomes boring and the relationship might fade. So you have date night, where one night a week, whatever the arrangement is, one night a week you go to the cinema, one night a week you go out and have dinner, or you do something special. Date night. That's right, Zana. Date, D-A-T-E, date. So even if you've been together for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, you still might have date night, so that you keep your relationship exciting and alive. Date night. So quality time. And by doing that, by doing all those lovely things, you will win the key to your lover's heart. So you'll often see, when we talk about love and romance, you'll see hearts, and you'll also see keys and hearts. And that's because we use the phrase key to my heart. You've won my heart. You have won the key to my heart. You've won the key to my heart. La la la. So that means you've unlocked my love. So there you go. So I'll just take a very I'll take like 5 minutes of doing like questions and comments, and then I'm going to say goodbye. If you are here and you're not a subscriber, then please do press that big subscribe button. I'm doing everything I can to provide you with as many lessons as I can in the best possible way. So in return, all I ask is that you click subscribe and that you watch my material. There are over 100 videos here on this channel now. So if you've only seen 1 or 2, then you've got so much to do to catch up. So go and check out some of the other stuff. All you have to do is click on the videos button and have a look through the backlog. We've done some fantastic lessons, and I'm sure there's something there you'll find helpful. So do make sure you've checked everything out. I do everything for you, so make the most of it. Krishna says, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That's a phrase we use a lot. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. This means you can win a man over, you can make a man love you if you feed him well. So if you make good food, then he will love you. Raja says, what is puppy love? Puppy love is where 2 very young people fall in love. So it might be 8-year-olds. When I was at primary school, I must have been about 9 or 10. I had a boyfriend called Dale, and I loved him in the only way that a 9-year-old can love. I loved him, and for me, it was real. My parents obviously were like, "Oh, isn't that sweet?" It's not real, but for me, at 9 years old, it was real. And when he dumped me to run off with my best friend, my heart was broken. I cried and cried and cried, and every day I was thinking about him, and I was so upset. And when I saw him with my best friend in the playground saying, "This is my girlfriend," I was so upset. I was devastated. So for me, it was real love. But I was obviously very young and naive, so that was puppy love. Can you call a guy babe? Yes, you can. You can call a guy babe and baby. I've certainly called a boyfriend in the past babe and baby. I call my male friends babe. Hey babe, how are you? So yes, you can use babe for man or woman. Could you please pronounce cold shoulder? To give someone the cold shoulder, you have L's in there. I think I smudged my lipstick. Cold, cold shoulder. So make sure that L is going up onto the roof of the mouth. Cold shoulder. To give someone the cold shoulder is to be cold with them, to not be friendly and warm. And now I've put ink on my face. I'm making such a mess of myself. I'm a mess. To give someone the cold shoulder is to be unfriendly. So maybe we've been boyfriend and girlfriend, and I've been all smiley and nice and flirty and I love you very much. And then you do something to upset me. And next time I see you, I'm like, what? What do you want? No, I don't want to go out. I'm happy to stay in, thank you very much. No, I don't want your company. Go away. And you might be like, why is she giving me the cold shoulder? It's because you've done something wrong. You have the most perfect teeth ever. Thank you very much. I used to work in a dental surgery. So I used to work for a dentist. And yes, I've had braces and I've had my teeth whitened and I've had lots of fillings. So my teeth aren't perfect, because nobody's perfect really, but I'm glad you like them. Thank you very much. Can you say lives? So lots of people's lives. They live their lives. V and Z. Lives. Lives. What room are you in? Not being in. What room are you in? I'm in my kitchen. So this is my kitchen. Well, it's not my kitchen. I live in someone else's house. So it's not my kitchen, but this is my home. It's where I live. You are so beautiful and we all love you. Thank you very much. If you haven't already, you know what to do. Show me the thumb. That's all I ask. Subscribe, show me the thumb. And if you are not yet following me on Instagram and you have Instagram, then come and follow me because I'm providing daily pronunciation practice just for you guys. So come and check it out and help yourself to improve your pronunciation. And also there are so many great teachers on Instagram that you can follow as well. So it's not just me, there are loads of people out there that can help you that are doing great work on Instagram. Zana, are you renting the house? No, I rent a room. I can't afford to rent the whole house. I'm very poor at the moment. I stopped working a few months ago, as some of you may know, because I wanted to do this full time. And so I can only afford to rent a very small room in this house because London is very expensive. In fact, I may leave London for a little while because it's too expensive. Gia, what is your Instagram? British English Pro. It's actually in the link of the link is in the description of this video. So, and there's loads of other links there too. There's a load of freebies. There's a free English book that I found that you guys can use. There's credit for lots of free things if you're a traveler. There's a free Audible trial. Good to listen to audiobooks. I've got it. I definitely recommend. In fact, if you search hard enough, there's a few Audible scripts that I am the lead character in, that I did the voiceover work for years ago. So if you're interested in listening to what that's all about, go and check out the free Audible 30-day trial. Sign up for that. Maybe search for Anna Tyree, or what was the script called? Tommy has a yeast infection was one, and One Last One, I think, was the other. It was years ago now. But yes, One Last One would be a better one, I think, because that's me doing a British English accent. The other one I do a Northern English accent. Can you speak with an American accent? Well, I mean, you know, the thing is with an American is that there are many different versions of American, and I don't even know what this is right now. So it's very hard to just kind of jump in and do an American accent because I don't know which type of American accent to do. This isn't very good, so I apologize if you're American and watching this now and you're very offended by my terrible accent. I'm going to stop. Where in Britain do you live? I live in London, the most expensive place. What is your mother tongue accent? So what is my native accent? I was born in Lancashire, so I naturally had a northern accent, closer to Manchester, if you know Manchester. Yes, I'm a northerner, thank you. M squared, you're offended, so offended. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Whereabouts in America are you from? I didn't mean to offend anybody. I try my best. I try my best to do it good, not to do it bad. Okay, so yeah, that's everything I think from me. Obviously, I am here on Trump will be mad at you. I don't mind if Donald Trump is mad at me, to be honest. I don't really hold him in very high regard, but I shouldn't talk about political things on here. Anyway, never mind. You're from Miami. Oh, lovely. I've never been to Miami. I must go. I've been to America about 3 or 4 times. Been to New York, LA, Connecticut. And that's it. So I need to do more. I need to do a lot more of America. Okay, sorry. Rish has asked for the difference between life, and we don't say lifes, we say life and lives. So the plural of life is lives. He has one life, he has many lives. Federico, can you do a Liverpool accent? Right, so I'm sick of people asking me to do different accents because it just makes a fool out of me. I'm not very good at accents. Right, I'm making a complete fool of myself right here, so I'm going to stop. Guys, you have been amazing. Thank you so much. I do need to go now because I am teaching a student in half an hour and I need to prepare that lesson. Thank you so much. Make sure you're subscribed and that you've given this video a thumbs up. Remember, I think there are about 112 videos on this channel now, so I would love for you to go and have a look at some of the lessons that you haven't seen. I've put a lot of time into some of those videos and it would be great if you get something out of them. So until next time, which will be Friday, hopefully, I'll see you on Friday in another live session around the same sort of time, maybe a little bit later, and we might be doing something around dating or something else. I don't know, but probably around dating and dating traditions and culture in the UK. If you enjoyed this, please do share some of my stuff with your friends. I'm all about growing and trying to teach the world English. Take care of yourself. Have a lovely evening. Lots of love. Goodbye, everyone.